Hello and welcome back. We're here once again for the third day in a row. Because this game is fun. In spite of the giant frog, the bane of my existence, it's still fun. And the frog is an outlier and should not be counted. Giant Frog George. Yeah, that's his name. I've decided. His name is Giant Frog George. Alright. Let's get in here. We're just sitting here in a cantina listening to this great music.
What are we feeling
by
like?
The Who. Yeah, Siren Vasahina. I'm really liking this one. I've not heard this song until now, so I'll have to look it up and add it to my playlist. My personal playlist. This is really good. I've heard Sugan Pesana before, and it's on my playlist, but Asirin Vasahina, I'm gonna have to add that one. In fact, Sugan Pesana, I'd heard it and I was like, that's pretty good, I'm gonna add it to my playlist. And then I later found out, apparently, it was used in Jedi Fallen Order, the game right before this one. So, I was like, wait, what? I don't remember hearing it in that game, but sure, I guess it was. I'll believe you.
Do you ever miss the glory days, Cal? Cut and thrust, the rough and tumble.
It sounds like every day. Not that it's glorious.
Well, I certainly had some glorious years. I'm sure I never told you about the incident over at Munilinst.
Don't think you did.
I was personally escorting a shipment of, let's call it a sensitive luxury product. Unfortunately, we were accosted by a customs longship. Defense had failed to update our transponder codes and our vessel was marked. Well, push comes to shove, and we were boarded. I've got 3 customs officers waving blasters under my nose, so what do? I throw on the waterworks. Oh, Cal, you cannot imagine. I'm swearing up and down about everything from past marriages to lower back pain. Almost work, too. One pesky officer decided to kick open a shipping container full of the slightly incriminating powder.
Guess the jig was up.
Cal, you're looking at a professional. I told them that they were looking at the ashes of 1,000 ritually cremated Sereno war heroes. And by the stars, they bought it. The inspectors actually bought it. That, Cal, is why I'm here instead of rotting in a Munilinced work camp.
All right, Moran. Before we leave this planet, I gotta ask, what's this game all about?
Ah, our savior returns. Let me make a proper introduction. I am Bima Ook, and this is my associate, Talimu.
As you can see, we have set up a game of holotactics here in Pyloon Saloon.
I'm Cal. Glad you made it back safe.
I'd say the same to you, but it seems there is no doubt that you can handle yourself.
I see you have a companion droid. They can add to your holotactics deck by scanning combatants.
Got it. The more scans BD collects, the more options I'll have in the game.
Exactly.
I've scanned quite a few
there's
things.
nothing stopping you from playing right now. Care to play a game of holotactics?
Select the opponent you'd like to challenge. Defeat each opponent to unlock unique rewards. Spend your battle points to purchase units and place them on the table. A challenge lasts multiple waves. Losing a wave results in defeat, requiring you to restart the challenge. Okay. Multiple waves, but if I lose a wave, I lose completely. What? Additional battle points will be awarded each wave, and any unused points will carry over to the next wave. Win all waves to complete the challenge. Why am I facing Hollow Turgle? Hold up. Look at all those units, man. Hold up. Where's Giant Frog George, huh? I'm pretty sure I scanned him, didn't I? Ain't no way I didn't scan him. Come on. Nah. Surely. Oh, we can see the rewards. So this being Turgle gets me a was it Priorite? Grease gets me a jacket, it looks like. Locked is some sort of material. Scuba is a mustache or a hairstyle. Not sure which. Probably mustache. T1N8 gets me one of those discs, hollow discs, I think, for Z. And then there's a few people that are undiscovered apparently. I assume the little pips is the difficulty. We'll start with Tlocked. Let's see what those materials are all about.
Contest of minds.
Wave 1 of 3. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ooh. Purge Trooper Commander. Which costs 10 battle points. How many do I have? I've got 16 to start off. They've got 2 Stormtrooper Commanders and 1 B2 droid. That one costs 6. No, so they're only using 12 points. Good to know. I wonder how many points you get each wave. So I could just go with one Bedlam Smasher. That's it. That's my team. Well, a Bedlam Smasher and 2 B1 melee droids. You know what? Why not? Let's try it out. I think. That would be all melee though. I wonder if I should get a, or I could go with one Mogu, a singular Mogu. I'm just thinking, would it be detrimental to not have any ranged combatants? Should I have like one stormtrooper instead of 2 melee B1 droids? Yeah, I think I'll take a Bedlam Smasher and put him right there, and then I will grab a stormtrooper. Put him back here. Why not? Let's see how it goes.
Go! Our young competitor is on a roll!
What? Wait, is he dead?
Obliterated!
He's not dead. The grenade wasn't enough.
Now that's
Ooh,
a
he is
hollow
almost dead,
kill.
though.
And Cal has to be happy with that.
Bedlam
What a
Smasher! Wave incomplete. Battle points carried over 0. But I do get more, right? Yeah, now I've got 18. Bedlam Smasher is really good, though. We'll put him in. For sure. Let's see about some more. I've only got 4 points. I could put a Stormtrooper commander out there. Back here. And then we add in a melee battle droid, I guess. Like way over here to try and go straight for those battle droids back there. Let's try that.
Commence! Oh, it never stood a chance!
He's just immediately dead.
That
That
unit
battle
is toast! And it's a corner! A strong
Bedlam
round
Smasher!
propel!
Yeah, dude, the Bedlam Smasher is just the winning strategy. Like, come on. Now we've only got 2 more points? Yeah, we'll go with Trooper over here.
Hollow tactics!
Oh, that droid is no match. Wait, how is he still alive? He's got no health, man!
So long, farewell!
Oh, he's shot. Good. Good job, Trooper. Come on. Oh, come on. Bedlam Smasher, come on, you got this.
And it's
No!
off the board!
Bedlam Smasher, no! How could he be defeated?
Now that's a hollow kill! Cal can't be happy with that round!
All of my credits!
I foresaw this victory.
But you did.
This will be
Let's try
a
that again.
true contest of minds.
This time I'm gonna save some points. Let's try just opening up with just him. We'll save those 2 points. We'll try to save some
Let
points for
the
that last
battle
match.
begin!
See if that
And
helps.
Cal takes one out! Oh, it never stood a
Those
chance!
grenades, man! Come on, you got this. Just smash him.
Oh, so long,
Bedlam Smasher just-
farewell!
I don't care about the
Cal's
flash
looking to
bullets.
repeat
I'm
that
walking.
performance next round!
I'm walking straight towards you. Okay, so this time we're gonna go with a Bedlam Smasher, and we'll go with just another trooper again for our ranged guy, and that's it.
Combat! Now that's a hollow kill!
Trooper's gone! Immediately!
Obliterated!
Splendid. Will
You
his
played
victorious
yourself.
streak continue?
Your droid blew up your own buddies! Like, that wasn't even the Bedlam Smasher, man. The droid just ran up with a grenade and blew up all of his teammates. Alright, once again, we get the Bedlam Smasher. But this time we've got 6 points to play with. We could put a B2 battle droid in there. They're pretty tough. Or we could get a Raider veteran of our own. Or have a heavy assault trooper. You know what? I think a heavy assault trooper might be a good idea. Because he can sit back and just mow them down while they're distracted by the Bedlam Smasher.
Advance!
Bedlam Smasher's taking some hits. But so are the opponents. Look at that. Look at that.
Now that's a hollow
Oh,
kill!
I can move the camera. Okay. Oh
That
no!
unit is
What?
toast!
The odds
How?
have spoken, I'm afraid.
How could this
I
happen?
foresaw this victory.
Sure you did.
This will be a true contest of minds.
Do this again. Bedlam Smasher can handle them all by himself.
Combat! I'm gonna right hit my cow!
He's out. Out. Rocket. How could you? Grenade? No, why would you throw him away from the grenade? Bedlam Smasher! How
it's
could
a
you
corner!
how could you fail? It's all going downhill from here!
I foresaw this victory.
Shut up.
This will be a
Shut up,
true
Tlact.
contest of minds.
I have not given up on the Bedlam Smasher. I know he can do. I've seen him do it all by himself.
And it's off the board!
He's just shooting him with rockets. Come on, you got this.
That unit
Yeah.
is toast! And Cal comes out on top! He's advancing!
Bedlam Smasher. Bedlam Smasher. And then we'll give him a support trooper. Oh, the last time that trooper died immediately. Just got shot to bits. Although, that does mean that the Bedlam Smasher didn't take those hits. So maybe it's worth it? Put a little target on his back.
Advance! Now that's
Oh, no.
a hollow kill!
Boy, that grenade blows up quick. Oh no! He's getting knocked around! Bedlam Smasher! Come on!
Oh, it never
Got
stood
him.
a chance!
Yeah!
Well done. Your strategy proved superior.
That's right, he did. Get 4 additional points. Alright. Bedlam Smasher. Now, last time, our heavy assault trooper got... I mean, he did really good damage, but then he just got wiped out. Maybe I should... Whoa, hold up. Maybe I should, remove the Bedlam... I don't know. I don't want to doubt the Bedlam Smasher. But... should we try a different strategy? We could get a Purge Trooper Commander and 2 Electro Baton Purge Troopers. Let's try it out. See how this strategy plays out. It was going really well.
Oh, it never stood a chance! Oh,
Worm's almost dead. Oh, two of them are almost dead. But
now that's a
we won.
hollow kill!
Dude, that went
Was
really
it
well.
easy for you?
Dang, those purge troopers are good. Anodized metal. Okay. That's pretty cool.
Seems I am lacking in clear strategy.
Although I don't recall if that said anything about whether it was for BD or from the Sabers. Hmm. Look at that ATST. That's 25 points. I don't have 25 points. I do have a Bedlam Smasher! Ah!
Hollow tactics!
Ooh. Okay.
The foot unleashed!
Alright. Tough foot unleashed, sure. Hey, Bedlam Smasher? Could you actually do something,
That is
maybe?
a nasty, nasty swipe!
Man, this beast is
that's a
fast.
hollow kill!
Fortune is a fickle mistress.
Listen here, you.
Oh, I won. That's good. Through hollow tactics, I will
You won an 8.
understanding.
Alright. What should we do? I'm just gonna see what happens if I just use 2 of these birds.
Commence! Obliterated! And it's a corner!
And immediately wiped out. I expected better from you, little birds.
I won. That's good.
That is good for you.
Through hollow tactics, I will improve my understanding.
This really should be a best out of 3 instead of a you lose. If you lose one wave, you lose outright. But if I lose a wave, then we keep going. Like what? Really? Let's try this BX Battle Droid Hybrid.
Advance! And it's off the board!
Bro,
Shame.
what is this beast?
Oh, I won. That's good.
Alright,
Through hollow
here's
tactics,
what, clearly, here's what I need.
understanding.
I need a tanky melee. Like, real tanky. Maybe one of these guys. And then I need, like, some serious guns. Alright. Let's try that.
Commence! Garako kicks! Love to see it, hate to
Oh.
feel it!
Oh! Oh! If you just get one hit, come on! Just hit him!
And it's a corner!
That was really close, though. That gunman did a real good job. Our electrostaff guy managed to
Through hollow tactics, I will improve my understanding.
managed to tank a couple of hits there. Trouble is, he didn't land a hit. He just swung when he wasn't even in range of the beast. Let's move you out a little bit.
Let the battle
See if that
begin!
helps.
Ooh, I felt that
shoot
from
him.
here!
Yeah! Nice!
Masterfully played.
And I carried over 6 points. This is a problem. I've got 32. Let's Let's see how you fare against Mogus.
Advance! Ooh, that vile
We're
bomb
pulling out these big
business!
beasts. Maybe I need 2 big beasts as well.
That's one hefty
Things aren't going
even
super
stomp!
great.
An expert play by
I won!
Kestis!
Yeah! An expert plays right.
Very good.
I don't have any points carried over though, and this is the final round. That could come back to bite me. What are those? And a droidica? And a droidica? I've got 30 points though. I could go with overwhelming numbers. Maybe 2 of these. Hold up, wait, no, stop. Hang on, I just want to see something real quick, because I noticed my point amounts, and just really want to see how this goes. Let's see what that can do.
Go! Look out for that ATST!
That ATSC has taken a lot of
That
damage.
unit
What?
is toast!
What?
Al loses that round! What now?
Oh, that isn't the final round though. That's the second to final because I forgot this one has 4 rounds, not 3. Oh, that's what the pips mean. That's the number of waves. Okay, anyways. Last time I... Oh yeah, I used this guy and this guy for 10 points and I saved 6. Let's just see if there is another winning strategy. But I do still want to save those 6 points because that was really good for me. I want to test out some strategies, some stratagems. What if I got a rocket, dude? And then, one of these guys. See what that does.
Combat! That's not pretty!
Okay, Rocket Dude misses. Rocket Trooper is,
Obliterated!
he kind of sucks. When he hits, it does a decent amount of
That
damage, but then
unit is toast!
he's an idiot.
An unfortunate loss.
So, yeah, that's not the way to go then.
Oh, I won. That's good. Through holotactics, I will improve my understanding.
Let's go with our old winning strategy here. Work before, it can work again.
Advance! Solid impact from the Garako! Oh, so long, farewell!
That trooper there, he
Fortune smiles on you.
is pretty defensive actually. The Electrostaff trooper there. So maybe having 2 of them and 2 of these guys. I wonder if that's enough. Let's find out, because saving 12 for the 3rd
Let
round?
the battle begin!
Okay, he just got...
And it's a
Taint.
corner!
Oh, okay, okay. Maybe? Ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
it never stood a chance!
Oh, it was so
Tough break,
close!
Cal!
That was
Very
actually
tough
really
break.
close. So if I had added like just a regular trooper in there as well, I think that would have won. And still saved like 10 points for the next round. I think we got a winning strategy. These purge troopers are tough. Look at that. He didn't take any damage from that hit. Or that one. He's just blocking.
That unit is toast! That's the
really
round
good.
to Cal Kestis!
Yeah, these purge troopers, as long as they block, they're really good. Alright. I'm saving 10 points.
Combat!
See how this goes.
The
Oof.
Fireball wants to go
You
head
gotta
to
block,
head!
man. You know he's coming in with that drop kick.
And it's a corner! Cal victorious in that round!
Nice. That went real well. Now, that droidica, though. That droidica's problems. Yeah, I think that this is a pretty good strategy. That droidica, man. I don't know of any way to get anything to specifically target it. But I do feel that I've got points. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how you deal with that.
Go!
Let's see if that droidica can
That
stay.
unit
Okay,
is
that
toast!
droidica is insane. You
Obliterated!
just really need a melee to run
Oh, it
after
never
that
stood a
droidica,
chance!
because otherwise... Oh! Oh! Otherwise that droidica's just gonna run away with it.
And it's a corner!
Yes!
Some
And we still
smart
had a
moves
trooper,
from
though.
Cal see him through to the
Nice.
next round!
Oh, that's it? He does have a smasher, though. He does have a Bedlam Smasher. But I've got 34 points. I think I've got this. Look at this. Look at all that firepower.
Commence!
Look at all those tanks.
So long, farewell! That's a score for Cal!
Okay,
And
yeah.
it's off the board!
And all my melees are gone. Come on, shoot him down. Focus him.
That unit is toast!
really don't have good aim.
Oh, it never
Yeah.
stood a chance! Cal Kestis triumphs!
Nice. Strategy worked. Data disk.
I will process this combat data and learn, hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah. Not bad. I'll have to come back. I'll come back later for that stuff. Expand your forces. Yes, can enemies.
Come back soon! There are more battles to fight!
I'm sure. Okay, what is going on here with the screen? It's got this like weird jittery thing going on. I thought that was just a part of that game there, but it's not. Hang on. I think it might be my capture card. Let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, yeah. All I had to do was unplug the HDMI and re-plug it in. And we're good. Yeah, I thought that was just an effect for the Holo thing. The Holo game.
Cal, good to see you.
Alright. Let's go Oh, by the way, strangest thing, I ran into the cantina here, like ran on in, and I got an achievement. Is there a way to just look at achievements from here? No. Oh, you know what? This might show it. Yeah, look at this. I immediately got this achievement here. They're probably fine. So this is proof. This is proof. I didn't actually get this achievement because that achievement is dropping a mount into the abyss or into the unknown, and it's called. They're probably fine. I didn't do it. I did not Mario Yoshi any creatures. Okay, it's not my fault. The game did something. I did not actually earn that achievement. I can only assume it has something to do with the world loading and unloading that dropped a mount into the abyss somehow. In fact, okay, no, I'm pretty sure that's my albino right there. He's good. He's fine. So I don't know what that was then. You're good. That's good. Let's get off this planet. Yeah, because I just dashed into the cantina there. And then it was all like, bing, achievement. And I was like, huh? They're probably fine? What is this one? Oh! Okay. I didn't do that. I walked into the saloon. Here we go. Going to Jedha. Oh, hold X.
Full speed to Jedha.
Yeah.
Must feel good to get back in the cockpit after so long.
Fine. Just getting used to things.
Never been to Jeddah. We headed to the city?
Nah, last I heard, Seer was holed up in the desert with some weird hermits called anchorites. I just wish he'd pick a more lively cult.
We're getting a signal from Jeddah.
That's Seer. I sent word ahead that we'd be visiting. Let me put it up on the holo projector. Hey, Gal, check the holo projector. We got a call from Jedha.
Alright. That's probably over here? No? Hollow? Is this? Hollow table, you mean? That was my first thought, but I didn't see any activate thing.
It is an honor.
Yeah, hi. Is Seer there?
We eagerly await your arrival. However, a dust storm is sweeping over our location. It is too dangerous for your ship to land.
How will I get to you?
Master Jedha has arranged for an escort who will guide you to us.
Wait, she's sending someone else?
I will transmit the rendezvous coordinates to your pilot.
Okay, I got it.
Disembark with caution. Imperial patrols have been seen in the high desert.
Thanks for the warning.
Why does this seem like a trap?
Well?
They give me the creeps. I wonder what kind of weirdo she's gonna send to meet you.
And the Empire's there too.
Not the welcome I was hoping for.
Yeah. Seems strange that, you know, some cultist we don't know is the one who contacts us and says, oh, you have to land over here because there's a dust storm. You can't actually like land closer. And your friend is sending someone else to meet you there. So they'll lead you. And it's like, yeah, so someone I don't know is telling me that another person I don't know is going to meet me there, and they were definitely sent by my friend.
Be careful out there. No pointless heroics, yeah?
Grease, have you been telling stories about me?
I got plenty of things to talk about besides you, kid. Shouldn't you be heading out, Cal?
Just wanted to make sure you're all right.
What, do you think I'm not all right?
Your hands were shaking on landing.
You were watching my hands during landing? That's creepy.
That is creepy. That is creepy, Kyle. Why were you watching his hands? What's up with that?
Oh boy, another sand planet, huh?
Look at this place.
Let's go find Seer's escort. The rendezvous point is up ahead.
Right. Slippy slidey turf here. What are?
They're friendly? Yeah, me neither.
Hard shell. Yeah, I don't think they're friendly.
Time to climb. Hang on, BD.
Oh, that is where I'm supposed to get to. All right.
Whoa. Gotta be careful.
Nice. Let's get that shortcut. You got it, BD. Nice. Good job, buddy.
Jedha. Not bad.
Ooh,
Let's check it out. Force is with me.
looks nice. Monastery walls. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Let's stay off the sand, buddy. Don't want to end up a snack.
Yeah, apparently this is not Jedha, this is Dune World. Let's have a look-see. Wait. Make sure we get enough distance there. Very nice. Okay, good. I was a little concerned that I wouldn't be able to make that jump. Oh. It's one of those things that T1N8 had. Sudaban. Now I can have my own Sudaban. Okay. Didn't realize that it was still around over here. Also, I had completely forgotten about them. Help! What? I said help! Not attack! Nice shot, Cal. Ooh. Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
No dismemberment.
hello.
Oh, hello. Slope. Yeah, it definitely looks like I should be able to do things. It seems like I need to get up there from up there. Yeah. Right. Desert critter. Well, ain't this a little predicament? Maybe I do have to go this way. I don't really see any other way to go. Just the question is how. I mean, it seems like I need some kind of mount friend to help me out. Definitely need to get up there. Oh. Hold up. Oh! Nice. Let's see where this leads. Ooh. Okay, so this is just goodies. Nocular head. Some meditation point and some hard shells. Can't go up there. Just slide on down. Then there's this wall. Well, huh. It says undiscovered area, but there's... Yeah, I can't... Usually undiscovered means that you can get there, you just haven't gone there yet. And yet... What? How is this not safe? These are stones. It is kind of safe. I can kind of outrun them. Okay. Right. Got this.
Looks like a scroll. Can't imagine how long it's been here.
Jedha scroll. And an echo. Oh, I thought this would be a meditation point.
First light.
We're running low on water.
If we do not find an oasis, we will never reach Pilgrim's Crossing.
Pilgrim's Lost. Okay, so I could have gotten to that chest in a somewhat normal way. Ah! He was waiting for me, man. You won't get me this time. Alright, now I know that I can outrun them. Kinda. Let's try that. It's behind me. Good. We good. Is there anything over there? Nah, it's just a pot in the sand. Let's check out what's in here.
You think we're safe here? We should be. Dodge this!
You should be. Yeah. Nice. Bing bing.
Could use a little help.
Clear audio sensors. Nothing you want to scan, BD? No? Alright. Okay, guess we go this way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cal, you just grabbed that scroll with your forearm somehow? Okay. Sure, Cal. So how do we get over there? Wait a minute. Call that an open path, do you? I was kind of concerned about these things in the sand and getting out of the sand. Ah! There we go. All right. Hello there. I'll just sit here. It's fine. You guys got this. All right. Well, thanks for taking out half his health. What? Huh? I dodged though.
Stim here.
Screw you.
Maybe someone at
supposed
Sears
to
base
work.
would know what to make of this.
I'm sure. You know, yeah, dodge a red attack and then he just shifts his aim at the last moment.
Gunship's heading towards the rendezvous. They're gonna beat us this year's escort.
Let's go. Nice. What? Count.
I see him.
Count. Okay. All right. Giant stone hand. Can't go up there. Or can we? Nope. Nope, not possible. Okay. Seems like that flagpole. Oh, that's not. I was like, seems like that flagpole is where I'm supposed to go, but how do I get there?
Gotta respect that.
Yeah, he really does not give up. Cal! What was that, Cal? You're supposed to drop down and grab onto the next ledge. Not just drop to the floor. There you go. You actually did it this time. Alright. Nice. Just slicing and dicing these guys. Scan it, BD. Communal space. Right. Well, that looks interesting. Wonder what's over there. How am I off the map? How is this off the map? What? What's going on here? That's very strange. I guess we'll just clamber on up here.
Maybe someone at Sears base would know what to make of this.
Getting a lot of scrolls.
Let's mix it up.
Oh, hey, a workbench. I guess the material that I got was only for BD, was it? Or... Well, there's anodized metal there.
Ready to show him your new look, buddy?
Let me see if it was for both. It was for both. That's very nice. Where's not paying cash? Jedi. Okay, yeah, that's all. Let's just have a look at that. Got this anodized kind of dolomite, duralium, Trementium, corundum, and lamina steel. Interesting. I think I'm gonna stick with the gold for now. Let's have a look at Breedy. You got a new head, right? Nocular? Eh. I like this one. Oh, it's... He also got new audio sensors, right? Nocular, eh. Then you got this Geonosian, which is more like a Mandalorian helmet, the little visor thing. But I'll stick with the regular BD one. Let's have a look at your legs. Nothing really new there. Okay, yeah, we're good, BD. Although, I could look at your materials. Oh, see. He's also got secondary accent and condition. That's something I did not see before. So, let's have a look at some things. Looking pretty nice. With that Duralium there. And then accent. I don't want to go just Duralium again. I want to see this. But it's very difficult to see because it all kind of looks
Is
the
it a quality
same,
look?
honestly. Huh? What was it? Huh? What was it? Brushed Durasteel. Dunium. Nah. I guess we can just go Duralium again. Look at that BD. Looking snazzy. Woo. Woo. Shortcut unlocked. Nice. Anything else around here?
Imps.
So. Oh. Yeah. What? Okay, fine.
Do you think he's afraid of me?
I'm not afraid of you. Come on now. I tried to pull him towards me, but he just kept using his flamethrower, and so that was a bad idea.
They'll be back for the speeder sooner or later. And detain anyone in
We gotta
the
find
area.
the escort before the Empire does.
I'm sure the escort can handle themselves. I doubt they'd be dumb enough to get caught by the Empire. Let's rest. Hesitant to use these skill points because for all I know I could get a new stance while we're here. So I think I'll hang on to them for now. What? Jet trooper. Wait a minute. Oh, no. That is a stormtrooper helmet. For a second I thought it was
Here we go.
Enemy under us. Lucky block.
Lucky? Who's that?
Enemy range.
Come on. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Open in. Doesn't scare me. Blast him. He's moving.
Blast me, huh? Go ahead. Idiot. No. Dude. You just watched me. They never learn. Show me scan real quick. Thanks, Marin.
You been watching me?
Like old times. Surprised to see me.
What's with your face?
I thought they'd send someone a
Why is
bit
it,
more, unfamiliar.
I would not be so quick to judge, Cal Kestis. Much has changed since we last saw each other.
I can see that.
Come. My speeder is this way.
Your land speeder? Stormtroopers found it.
Then we will take care of them.
And it looks like they found us too. You ready?
Just try to keep watch, Jedi.
Idiot! Absolute moron!
Enemy is missing. Destroy the enemy.
Missing?
Vengeance will be mine.
A loss will not be my fault.
Not be my fault, right?
Tracking target. Someone get it.
Hey, BD-1!
Show our superiority.
Show our superiority, he says as he dies. Are there any more of those paratroopers?
More coming. Let's take it down together.
I'm with you, Jedi.
Wait, huh? Oh, to ask for an attack. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, good. Ow! What? Oh! BD, get him!
Something is not right.
That's the last of them. You've learned some new tricks.
Looks like you have too.
I wanted to scan one of those paratroopers. Are there really none left? Their bodies disappeared? Man! Not fair.
We have to get you up there.
Oh, I can get up there. It's fine. Wait, what?
I picked up an ascension cable. See anything I can latch onto?
How's this?
Oh. Nice. Thanks, Marin.
Thought you were off traveling the galaxy. What are you doing on Jedha?
Jedha is part of the galaxy, Cal.
Good to know.
I visit Seer from time to time. When I heard the Mantis was arriving, I offered to guide you.
Maybe someone at Seer's base would know what to make of this.
We must get to the other side.
Yeah. So just gotta push this out.
Yes, that could work. Good. We should hurry, Cal. A storm is coming.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. That should do. Okay, Mary. Now you're just showing off.
Stormtroopers. We should circle around and ambush them from above.
I like the sound of that.
Pretty banged up one, too. It's a long hostiles in the area. Should we send out another scouting party? We're stretched thin as it is.
We need to take them down before more arrive.
Just like that time on Nar Shaddaa.
Precisely. I'll follow your lead.
That's a first.
Alright, let's have a look at you guys. Got ourselves a regular stormtrooper here, a couple of scout troopers, a couple more stormtroopers, and scout trooper commander. Oh. And a rocket launcher. Whoops. Yeah, I've already scanned one. Good, good, good. Okay, so here is what we do. We will. What's it tell me to? Speedy visor. Whatever. Have a quick look around, make sure there's nothing else I can like climb on. Okay. We want to take out that rocket trooper right away, so.
They think to stand against us.
I can't get it.
I can't do it. Alright. I mean, you asked me.
That is all of
Yes.
them.
You okay?
Of course. Unlike my speeder. Even if the storm subsided, Seer is too far to reach on foot.
Well.
Nice.
What are you thinking?
Might be able to hitch a ride.
All right. Follow me.
Follow you.
You haven't learned to fly yet, have you?
Afraid not. There. See it?
I do.
But also make sure that there's nothing else for me to do here. Okay. Woo. Let's go. What? Okay, wait, hold up. There's no wall on the left side for me to... Okay, I just gotta do that.
You haven't lost your edge. BD seems a step slow. Learn to take a joke, droid.
Right.
Through here.
Not bad. I still really wish this game would run better.
You're not stuck, are you?
No, Marin.
Spit. The way is blocked.
Really, Marin?
Oh, watch out!
Are you trying to kill me?
Sorry, I thought.
It's all right, Cal. Stand by. I will fix this.
What are you doing?
Restoring the pattern you threw into chaos.
Incredible. That looked exhausting. You need a break?
The storm is coming. I will rest when we arrive at Seer's base.
Where did you learn that?
Dathamir.
You went home?
Yes. My sisters are gone, but their wisdom remains.
Well, that's good.
Ah, the Spammels.
I stopped at an oasis. Getting closer.
All right. Now we will check out this echo.
The creature is gone, but it will return.
We should never have made this journey.
May the Jedi protect us.
I need to focus.
Halls of Ranvel. Should rest.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, apparently there's a blocked one-way door over there. So this is the way to go.
No word yet. Keep trying to establish contact.
When you're ready. I really liked that speeder.
I know. This guy.
Do not underestimate us.
No, I want to push these guys.
Come for us next.
Ow!
Spot on. Keep your position. Quick time for you. If he gets away, the man will kill us.
Yield!
He's hurt. Let me
Hey, BD.
Hey. Give me that. Give me that.
I have missed fighting at your side.
Same here. Look at that beautiful statue. Very large, too. And that one's even bigger. My goodness. The size of...
Baron, you got it?
Of course. I'll meet you on the other side.
Thank you. Okay. Idiot. Haha. I'll wait here, and when he comes, I'll shoot him. Yeah, that's a winning strategy. Whoops.
You want to keep going?
Yeah, sure. Oh, I'm out of force. Hey, give me a second. That was a good hit. Too bad I'm better. Hold up. Oh man, I wish. Okay. Oh.
Don't let him intimidate you.
His friend doesn't care. Scan it, BD.
I'm looking.
Good.
I can't get a clean shot.
That's right, you can't.
They're scared of you.
I know. They have taken to calling me the Desert Ghost.
Desert Ghost, huh?
Haunting Imperials has become a hobby of mine.
Two paths here. Let's check out this path first. Aha! I knew it. Treasures. Oh, undercut. Eh. Like my current cut. Alright, so we got up here.
Maybe someone at Sears base would know what to make of this.
Maybe. What about? Okay. Woo.
Must have taken lifetimes to build this place. Now the people who built it are gone.
I came across the remnants of many civilizations during my travels. All things decay, Cal Kestis.
Not everything.
I missed your optimism. It is rare in the galaxy these days.
Hello there.
This'll be fun.
He didn't stand a chance. Oof. Looks like we again have two paths. One leads kind of down, the other one leads kind of up and out a bit. This one's a little more difficult to get to, so I feel like
Guard up.
it's going
Face the run.
to something good. Bang! Rude. Scan it, BD.
Good job.
Scorch marks. Is that it? Scorch marks, a scan, you know, and some little beetles. Wait. Aha. Ooh. Even better. Meditation. Deep breathing. Don't really care if I'm bleeding. Is that Force Essence? Nice. Oops. Oh. There's a flash of a grapple icon for a second there. Well. Nice.
Enemies up ahead.
Good.
For Dathomir!
Walk all you want. I only need a few hits.
Yeah. How about that grenade just went through? Give me that. Get a shield, okay? Nice.
Such a waste.
There's our friends out there.
Great time to change up our equipment.
Actually, we're fine. I guess that's there in case you want to switch up your stances.
Let's take a look. Those look like Jedi.
Seer says Jedha was once home to many who revered your kind. Perhaps they were.
My kind.
My kind, huh?
Know who this was?
I don't, but Seer might. BD, does he look like Cal?
Hey. My head's not that hairy yet. Just making sure I'm not missing anything back here. Oh, like that. Oh, common plastoid. Oh.
What do you think?
Sounds like it'll
change your style.
Plastic. Plastoid, where are you at? Wait, where's the common plastoid, huh? What? Got starter metal, starter non-metal, light metal, anodized metal, unique non-metal, Coruscant, Kashyyyk, Jedi, and that's it. What? Huh? Where's the plastoid that I just got? Huh? It says, you know, it's got a plus on materials. I don't get it. Pristine, well kept, worn, aged, ancient. Where's the plastoid? I just
Gear could use a refresh.
Where is it? Common plastoid. Huh? I don't get it. Where's it at? Hold on. Hold up. Maybe it's like somewhere. Whoop, wrong button. It's not gonna be in there. Alright, that's enough, Cal. Maybe. No, it's not gonna be in there. Wasn't there like a... Oh, here, inventory. No, that's not gonna show me what I want. But yeah, here. Material customization, common plastoids, several unhardened plastoids in definitive bold shades of blue, white, and red. So where is it? What the heck, man? It's even said new material and then it doesn't show up. I've got 8 and that's it. Advanced customization. Advanced customization. Wait, how does... Where's the advanced customization? I'm pushing square. Oh. Advanced customization. It won't even let me do that. Yeah.
Solid option. Could be a good look. Seems durable, right?
So where does the advanced customization come in? Because I don't seem to have it. Let me see the darn new plastic thing. Where? I got a new material and it won't let me use it. Why? If I go to BD1, will it be there? Common Blastoise here? I can make him look like R2-D2. Why would it put the plus on my saber if I can't use it on my saber? I can only use it on BD. What? What? Whatever, man. So it's currently got this, which as I recall has a bit of a rubber look to it. That plastic looks pretty nice. Kind of pretty shiny. I think I'll stick with that. Now for the accent, maybe. I think we'll stick with what we got for the accent now. Maybe secondary we could do something with. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stick with what I got. Let's go, BD.
in Marion?
You always love to climb.
Comes in handy.
If that was a joke, I hope you fall.
Come on, Marion. Oh, hold up. Can I? All right. Well, hopefully I'll be able to scan them once I kill them. This time.
Assert your dominance. Take that.
Assert your dominance, he said. Scan them, BD.
You fought well.
Okay, activate that and then scan them, BD.
Nice job.
Yeah. Jetpack trooper. And that just leads back the way we came. Still very good. Good to have shortcuts. Ooh. Very cool. Also dead troopers.
A Skriton
Does not-
lair.
But where's the Skriton?
Something's coming.
Take him down together.
Agreed.
Oh boy. You're a big boy.
Toss it!
You're good, Merritt. I'll just keep your attention over here. Oh!
I need one.
Going to push dodge, but I can apparently don't know his timings. I was holding circle, why isn't it? There. Alright, you did good, Marin.
You too.
Thank you. Let's scan him. That's right.
Help me out?
Must I?
Please? Pretty please, Marin? Thank
Thanks.
you.
Seer would be disappointed if I left you to die in the desert.
Sure she would. And I'm
This
sure
mammal.
that's the only
You really
reason.
think you can tame one?
Yeah,
Worth a shot.
of course I can.
An oasis! We're saved!
Now we have the strength to reach the crossing.
May the Jedi watch over us.
Pilgrim saved. Where's that door?
I wonder what Spammels eat. What do you eat, Beast?
I don't think they're very talkative.
The
Marin.
storm nears. We must go.
Yeah. Calm down. I just know that there's a door. Oh, I see. I gotta open it by jumping off the back of one of these spirits. But first, I want to take a look around. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, I think good to go. Hello. I would like to tame you, please. Thank you.
You want a hand?
Thank you,
Marin.
but I can manage.
That look he gave Beanie, like, can you believe this one?
That's right.
Yeah, let's ride to that door there. So I can unlock it real quick.
Not with our new friend. And now we have time to catch up.
No kidding. It's been years. You must have seen the entire galaxy.
Almost.
How was it?
Amazing. The sinking city of Karatao. The Persaya Cliffs. This galaxy suffers. But there is still beauty.
Any run-ins with the Empire?
Yes. These are dark times. I helped those I could.
I'm just glad you're all right.
You as well. Wherever I went, you were never far from my thoughts.
Aww. Let me just rest up real quick because I'm a little low on stuff. I do kind of want to get the where is it? Dual wield. Isn't it?
I could have sworn there was one that was like a jump. Oh, the jump attack is single hilts for aerial assault and things, and cyclone slash. Well, shoot. Then I guess I won't be spending my points. Never mind. So I was just thinking about how you could be very jumpy with dual sabers and just like hop around and slice and jump. And I tend to do that when fighting bosses.
Ready, Marin?
Right behind you.
Let's go. We ride!
Slower now.
Penitent. Only the penitent man shall pass. Ah, yes, here's that hand. Uh-oh. Run. Oh, they don't care. That's
Never
good.
seen a storm like that.
It's hard to tell how long one will last.
Let's not wait to find out.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah. It is a big storm.
You've avoided Seer for years. Why visit her now?
I need her help. We're looking for something connected to the Order.
Interesting. Are you still upset with us for leaving?
I didn't see it coming, Marin. All of us going our separate ways.
I understand, Cal. But we had our reasons.
Yeah.
Steady, steady.
Now this isn't pod racing. Yeah, I'll say. Okay, it seems like, you know, there's a bit of a path there, but I guess not. I do wonder if... can I jump? Why can't I jump off? It won't let me off.
Steady now.
It actually won't let me off. It says no.
Spammel
You're
threat. Can you
right.
go any faster?
Come on.
Apparently it can. Okay. Hold up. Ooh, drifting. Drifting, Spammel friend.
Easy, friend.
All right. We drifting now.
We have to hurry. Faster.
Uh-oh. Got some gunships out there. And ATSTs? What are you thinking, man? You're not getting out of this storm. We are, though.
We need to hurry up.
Spammel's scared. It's fighting me. That's good.
That's not good, Fred. Sand. Huh?
Baron!
That's not where we were.
Baron! 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 Can you hear me? I don't see her, BD!
Wait, hold up. I see her.
Cal! Can you hear me? This way!
Baron! We're coming! What now?
We must keep moving!
You're all right!
There's nothing. Okay. Alright. I don't want to miss stuff, you know? Uh-oh.
Are you alright?
Stop saying.
Fine! You?
Yes! We have to find shelter!
Where'd the Spammel run off to?
It doesn't matter now!
Matter now, she says. Okay, I thought it was going to start rolling downhill.
Cal! This way!
Yeah. I'm coming.
Requesting immediate extraction. What are my coordinates? I can't even see my hand. Repeat, you're breaking up. Damn it.
What? I can't even see my hand, but I can see that man 100 feet away, 200 feet away. Yeah, I can definitely see him.
I don't see the shelter. Whoever built this must have known the pattern of the storm. Hey, an intruder!
Hi. Hey, intruder! Well, you're dead.
Got it. Oh no.
Oh no, it's right. There's an ATST. Uh-oh. Mines. Or not mines, those are like whoa. Come on. No? Doesn't matter. Whoop! I dodged right into that. Like an idiot.
I need something, buddy.
Aaron.
Strike now!
Yeah! Good job, Aaron.
Say the word.
L2. What? No, there was. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Petey.
Do you hear that?
It can't be.
The Spammel must have found shelter. This way.
The Spammel saved us.
So we can forgive it for leaving us to die.
Agreed.
We're just gonna fade to black as we run into the cave, huh? Where'd you get that wood? Wait,
Okay.
hold up.
Should be set for the night.
Where'd the wood
Sit.
come from?
Tell me what adventures you and BD have had since we last saw each other.
Alright. Same as always. Fighting the Empire, helping out where we can. Not staying in one place too long. And, I think we might have found something special. A place where the Empire can't find us. But it would mean leaving the fight. And well, the fight is all I know.
Cal. Look into the fire. It will warm you. Keep you company on dark, lonesome nights, yes? But left unchecked, it will consume everything in its path. Until there is only ash. But on a cold night, like tonight, a warm fire is perfect. And the company is not so bad either.
I missed you, Marin.
And I you. I had to leave, Cal. In order to see the galaxy on my own terms.
What'd you find?
Myself. Reflected in all the places and people I encountered. Dathomir will always be my home, but it does not need to define me.
I never understood why you left. But sitting here now, it's clear you made the right choice.
Okay. Looks like the storm has passed.
You missed a
BD?
spot.
Morning.
The weather has cleared. Let's go.
Alright. Guess we'll head on out. Stim. 7
What
stims.
we got here?
Oh, well. Yeah.
Well, we survived our first storm together.
Yes, we did.
I'm glad we got to see each other again. How long are you staying on Jedha?
I don't know. But I am excited to see Grease. How is he these days?
Not bad. He opened up a cantina. Pyloon Saloon.
He named it after his great-grandmother.
Nothing's more important to Grease than family.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. I was like, is there something down here? Or why is there a place to grab onto the ledge and then, that's why. Okay. Oh, a door. Also, I seem to recall a while back there, I saw like a post. I was like, what? Oh, right, that it was the ledge I couldn't climb up because it was too high. But I seem to recall a post that was like for shortcuts. I haven't seen anything to connect to it. Oh well. Guess we just continue forth. That is a shortcut rope that needs to be cut from above. Okay. Well, now what? What? I had to push it? It wasn't glowing blue! How was I supposed to?
Okay, sure. Whatever.
Just gonna change things up.
Hello, my friend. It's so very good to see you again.
Cordova.
Master Cordova. It's an honor. I never thought I'd meet you in person.
The honor is mine, Count. Seers told me everything. You have demonstrated great bravery and wisdom in the face of overwhelming adversity. You chose well? Well, I wouldn't go that far.
The Empire has claimed the ruins. We'll have to find another rendezvous point.
Unfortunate. But at least the storm covered your tracks. Come, let me escort you inside.
Master Cordova, did you find the Zepho?
Only faint traces of their passage, heading deep into the unknown regions.
Sorry to hear that.
As it goes. Ultimately, that failure inspired me to seek out other Jedi survivors. That search led me back to my old apprentice. How have you been faring, Cap?
That doesn't sound good.
I've had a few scrapes, but I'm still breathing.
And I'm glad for it. I heard some news about a Jedi terrorist on Coruscant not long ago.
You were on Coruscant?
Yeah. Didn't go quite to plan, but yeah.
Well, the Mantis looks like it's seen better days.
You should see the other guys.
Mustn't keep COE.
Yeah, shush. Gotta have a look around. Yeah. Archive is that way, but what if there is something this way? And there's not. Okay. Fine, archive is that way. Just gonna likely
Space is well hidden.
Yes. Well, the Empire's presence has grown these past years. They are much too strong to fight directly, but we do what we can. It is critical, of course, that our work remains secret.
Yeah.
What work exactly?
Better to ask Seer yourself. Meanwhile, Marin and I will greet our new arrivals. So, how was the desert?
Cold, stormy, and too many Imperials.
Not my preferred weather forecast. But more common by the day. Where did you weather the storm?
A cave past the old market. Our Spammel friend showed us the way.
You've a habit for making new friends wherever you go.
A survival instinct, perhaps.
I intercepted some Imperial communications. Your reputation is growing.
Was there fear in their voices?
Quite a bit, yes.
Good. How are you feeling?
Better.
Good.
That tea you brought me was wonderful.
So, we standing here for a reason? Hey, hey, Grease, you gonna open up? What? What's going on here?
Master Cordova and I will wait for Grease. Go speak with Seer.
Oh. Why didn't you say so? Trading dummy.
Don't think I can call the lift from here.
Why not? This is a friendly base. What? Huh? Why does the elevator not work, guys? Uh-oh? Are you serious right now, guys? Alright. Wow. The archive, huh?
Just keep trying. It's not like Brother Armai has to break contact. Cal
Impressive
Kestis.
place.
Welcome to Jedha. I knew the storm wouldn't deter you.
You're rebuilding the temple archives.
We're trying. As long as this knowledge remains, the legacy of the Jedi survives.
It's incredible. But something tells me there's more to this than just holobooks.
Yes. We're a part of a network, known as the Hidden Path. We provide safe passage and new identities to those who have been persecuted by the Empire.
Hunted by the Empire, like Jedi survivors?
Very few of us remain.
Like
But
Jedi
yes.
survivors?
And Force sensitives.
Like
and
the title of the
those who
game?
help them.
Why didn't you tell me?
You never asked. Besides, I hear you've been busy making yourself the Empire's most wanted.
I wanted to prove to the galaxy that the Empire isn't invulnerable. That you can resist. That you have to fight if things are gonna get better. But then they just listen to the propaganda and they pretend they're free anyways.
You chose a hard path.
And it hasn't made a difference.
Well, while the Empire's trained its eyes on you, we've been able to build the network, find allies, and save lives.
That's good.
When you left, you just given up. I was wrong.
Cal, you were just a child when they sent you off to war. You know, there was a time when I remember that the Jedi were more than just weapons. But we both have our roles to play in this struggle.
But that's why I'm here. Seer.
Will you get a load of this? Hey, Seer, you can't say it ain't short of personality, but kind of creepy, though.
Well, it's good to see you too, Grease. Well, hello, BD.
Okay.
So, how was your time in the desert?
The storm covered our tracks, but the Empire destroyed one of your speeders.
It's a small price to pay for everybody's safe arrival. And who's this?
This is Bodo Kuna. He is a friend.
It's so nice to finally meet you.
This hunk of trouble. Hey, we're all together. Huh?
Yes. Now, what brings you all to Jedha?
We're searching for a lost planet. Tanalorr, you ever heard of it?
It's on the other side of a deadly nebula called the Kobo Abyss.
Well, our archives are far from complete, but I'm sure Master Cordova's up to the task.
With pleasure.
The trouble is, we're not the only ones looking for this place.
I knew this was sounding too easy.
Guy's name is Dagan Gera. He was a Jedi. Now he leads a band of raiders on the Outer Rim. There's an old temple there. Dagan intends to reclaim it.
A Jedi temple out of the reach of the Empire could mean that there's information there that we don't have in the archive.
I believe I have something. Oh, you're too kind, BD. I'll start with the bad news.
Oh boy, this guy knows his audience.
I found no information related to crossing the Kobo Abyss. However, I found 2 mentions of this Dagan Gera. He had a retreat on Kobo, and records show him frequently visiting a laboratory on its moon.
Okay, we'll check him out.
If you find anything, bring it to me. I am happy to assist further.
Thank you. Both of you.
You're welcome, Cal. I hope you find what you're searching for.
May the Force be with you.
And with you.
Well. Research Tanalor among the Masters Trophy. Also, Shattered Moon.
I will escort you back to the Mantis.
So you're not joining us?
I cannot.
Well, that's sad. But, no. Yeah, Research Tanalor. Research Tanalor on the Shattered Moon and on Kobo via the Stone Spires. So we're basically going back to Kobo, but also the Shattered Moon place. Okay.
Glad you didn't have to fly through that storm. So, how's it feel to be piloting the Mantis again?
Like being home.
Then why the long face?
It's been too long. My pilot instincts are all off.
You know how hard it is trying to relearn skills you put to the side.
I guess so, huh? Still, I regret ever walking away from the Mantis. Keep thinking I'm gonna slip up.
You walked away when you needed to. I know you'll pick it back up in no time.
Okay. You're a good friend, Cal.
So are you, Grease.
So where are we headed first? Back to Kobo? Or its moon?
Probably the moon.
Let's hit the moon laboratory first.
Alright. Maybe we can find something there to help us cross the abyss.
Yeah, plus, I mean, we haven't been to the moon, so...
Ah, Cal. I was hoping we could speak about something. There is a site, quite an ancient one at that, in the northern desert. I visited it during my early days on Jedha, before the Empire's presence grew.
What kind of site?
One built by those who revered Force users. We know little about them, but I found the experience quite fascinating. Perhaps you will too.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. Sounds like a rumor.
Cordova said he found you while he was seeking other Jedi survivors.
Yes. Hard to believe that fate brought us together once again after all this time.
Could have used that luck when we were hunting for the holocron.
I know. Luck or fate. I'm just happy my master is alive and here with us.
Yeah.
And determined as ever to tend to the Jedi legacy and resist the Empire. Have a look around the archive, Cal.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
Cal, my friend, have you made the acquaintance of Sister Task?
Don't think I have.
You ought to introduce yourself. She's our chief archivist, and though I doubt she'd admit it, she seems eager to meet you.
I'll stop by.
Very good. Just remember to mind your manners. She's Narcus, through and through.
I'm not sure what that means, but sure. Bet she'll like these scrolls I found.
Have you explored any of the ruins on Jedha?
I have. Quite fascinating. Though my research was cut short due to the growing Imperial presence. Now it's too risky to venture outside, and we send communications only when absolutely necessary. That is why I could not tell you that I returned, my friend. My sincerest apologies.
We're just glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Please, let me know how your field research expedition goes, my friends.
Ready to roll out when you are.
Good, good. Just want to make sure I've
This
exhausted
new
all
arm
the
is gonna
dialogue.
make piloting a little different. But I'll get there.
Hang on, Marin. Got people to talk to. Things to do. Like meditation. Deep breathing. Just want to make sure that one's unlocked. Ooh. Echo.
It's so good to see you, Marin. What brings you to Jedha?
I came across a group during my travels. Their goal is to hide Force sensitives from the Empire. Have you ever heard of the Hidden Path?
Yeah, I think I have. I think it was mentioned in, Kenobi. Ah, hey, Sister
Hail,
Task.
Jedi Knight. I am called Sister Task.
I'm Cal.
Word of your arrival has spread quickly, Noble One. Master Junda holds you in high esteem.
Seer and I have been through a lot together.
Jedha is brimming with lost artifacts related to your order, among other traditions. Should you happen upon any scrolls or other objects of interest, I would gladly exchange some of the treasures I've unearthed for them.
I'll let you know if I find anything.
We are in your debt, Noble One. Seer tells me you were trained in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant.
Up until I became Master Tapal's Padawan. Then we went off to serve in the Clone Wars.
Do you think of your life on Coruscant much?
Like a dream?
Sometimes it's like a dream.
And yet it is not.
That life. It's so long ago. So much has happened since then. Most days it feels like it happened to someone else.
I think I understand a little. Thank you. It was not my intention to bring up bad memories.
It's okay, sister.
Yeah, it's okay, sister.
I meant to ask.
You are curious to learn more about the masked hermits helping your mentor, hmm?
I am.
We are the Narcus Anchorites. We study and venerate the Force as it manifests through knowledge.
You're scholars?
We gather knowledge, much like other scholars, yes. But our labor is driven by the belief that knowledge expresses universal truth. Through wisdom, we seek to perceive the formless pattern of the Force. Do you understand?
I understand describing the Force as a formless pattern. Although, that isn't my perception of it.
Indeed. Nor do we experience the Force as you do, Noble One.
Yeah.
Treasure for wisdom, young sage.
Ah, you'll sell me.
Yes, that suits you,
Hearts.
Noble One.
Okay. It's a little laggy, kind of. Like, it has to load each piece when you switch to them. I wish I could get a clearer view of them with this hologram. It's not super detailed view.
You
Yeah,
know
just a
what
little
you
fuzzy.
need. Take it.
I guess I can look over here to get
Alluring, no?
a bit of a better view. Oh, that's the switch. I see. I was like, why does that not look like the emitter?
Priceless curio, and in good condition.
Got some grips. Pommels. Oh, that's another grip. Detachment. And then
That
There are
would
paints.
naturally attract you.
Jedha paint, Imperial, worn metal, hard plastoid, soft leather, rebel paint. Right, we've
A
got
remarkable
8.
piece.
I can't buy all of the colors, but 1, 2, 3. We could buy 4. I think I'll start with Imperial.
Could use this.
Thank you. The knowledge you've saved is invaluable.
Then I think I'll get the
Priceless
soft
curio,
leather,
and in good condition.
worn metal.
Gonna go with this one.
The wisdom
And
you've
hard
recovered
plastoid.
is a boon to us all.
Now I'm gonna need 2 more because I kind of want. Not sure how good that looks, but I might want to buy it.
That would
And
naturally
this one is
attract
interesting
you.
because it seems to have a part that just floats off the rest of it.
Continue your pursuit
need
of
more
knowledge.
Yes, yes, continue my pursuit of knowledge. Let's have a look at these colors. Slash materials. Alright, we've got, first of all, we got worn metal. I see, so they've got like a pitted alloy, aged iron, chromium, pitted chromium, and hammered copper. Interesting. Kind of like the aged iron look. Looks pretty good. Yes, we got Imperial here with their plastoid white, plastoid black, red, Imperial chrome, and Imperial alloy. Okay. Hard plastoid, we have gray, tan, you call that red, white, and black. Got an interesting texture to it. Soft leather. I think, yeah, that's it. But soft leather would be more for a grip. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the aged iron. Or maybe hard plastoid black looks nice. Let's select that and then we'll have a look. Figure out alloy, plastoid black. That's just too shiny. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that for my primary. Now secondary, I could go for maybe aged iron on that. That looks nice. There's also chromium that looks nice. I'll hold that thought. Imperial. Hard plastoid. Actually, do I have a nice looking, like, blue? That looks pretty nice. That actually looks pretty nice. Let's see if... No, not Jedi Blue's not good enough for that. Whoops. Now, accent.
have a look at some accents. Could go. Having a think about these. Could also go with Duralium here. Or would that be too much Duralium? The black silver does add a bit of more detail. Nice bit of detailing. I'll go with that for now. Alright. Looking pretty good. Let's have a look at the grip. Maybe switching it to a soft leather of some kind. Got bantha leather. Volumpiscent leather. Boggenhide, Nerf, Gora Slug. Nah. I mean, the leather doesn't look good for this hermit grip here, because it just doesn't look like the kind of grip you'd have made out of leather. Maybe if I change the component to this one, and then whoops, and change the grip, because that definitely shouldn't be wood, it should be leather. But didn't I have another let me know. Yeah, non-metal. I just wanted to see. Boiled bantha leather. Soft volumpiscent leather. Let's have a look at that. Versus soft bantha leather. Soft Gora Slug leather. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll look at the polish. What if we turn down the polish? Not too much. But turn it down probably a bit, like maybe down to 50. Whoops. That looks good. Now let's have a look at the blades. Maybe we go indigo now? Because cyan's looking pretty white. Yeah, I think that looks good. Nice. Let's have a look around. Was this the elevator we came down before? I don't think so. No. Got some new places to check out here. Oh, I've got to put both of them in the other direction. That'll open that door. Okay.
Report, sister.
We spotted 2 more patrols on the ridge.
What was their heading?
Back south. They narrowly missed one of our Wayhouse caches.
The sandstorm has favored us. They've likely obscured any signs of passage. Mark the horizon. Contact me if they double back.
Yes, brother.
The Force is with us this day. A speeder?
Old Aerotech speeder bikes. Never got to ride one.
What if you got to ride one right now? Oh. Outfit? Oh, okay. Outfit for BD, I guess. Interesting. See, there's a good reason to go wandering around the base.
The way is sealed, Outlander.
Why?
I'm sorry, Jedi. The gate must remain closed. Imperial patrols have been spotted in the region.
See. I
understand.
Me and Cal. Same wavelength. What do we have up here? Is it just the outside world?
Won't you look at that?
Would you look at that? I don't like how it goes into this like black and white view. Still. So this cliff is just for looking, not for going. Still. Interesting structures out there. Alright, guess go back down that elevator. I'll have to take a look at that BD outfit. Hello. What's that big? Oh, that's the workbench. Yeah. Let's go to the workbench real quick. Have a look at that BD outfit. BD? There you are. I like this kind of like eyebrowy slanted shutter here. Let's have a look at this one. Pretty sleek, but I think I like this one with the fin. Ooh. Like his old ones, but better. Yeah, I'll take those. Body. Bit less color. I think I'll stick with this body. With the legs. Looking nice. Yeah, get you some new kicks. Let's go, BD. Oh. I also just thought. Did any of those materials, do they also work for BD? Doesn't look like it. Those are only for my sabers.
Why do anchorites wear masks?
Why does a Jedi carry a lightsaber?
It's useful. It's a tool.
Yes. Why else?
It's
What
a
did you
symbol.
just do with your
Very good.
tablet?
Our masks protect us from the sands, from raw winds. But so do they symbolize our vows of anonymity.
That's some vow.
Some vow indeed.
But how do you... Your tablet keeps floating.
I would know what you make of Jedha, Noble One.
Feels lonely on Jedha. The desert can seem endless.
You are not the first to say so. Jedha brings forth an awareness of the self. We are never more lonely than in our own presence.
Is that why the Narcas stay?
The Pilgrim Moon is our ancestral home, but you are correct. There is more to our presence here. The Force resonates through the fingers of Kyber that grip Jedha's heart.
There's Kyber here?
How did you end up in this hideout?
This is the site of an ancient monastery, one long abandoned. When we left the city, seeking to avoid Imperial eyes, Master Junda led us here. The surrounding rock formations offer natural camouflage, and even orbital scanners cannot pierce the stone.
Seer's built her archive in quite the hidden fortress.
Indeed, Noble One.
Indeed. Alright. Guess we'll head back here and have a look at those two paths.
I suppose you have both studied Oisin's lemma?
Yes, sister.
Indeed, sister.
Then perhaps you will explain to me the paradox of the fifth book.
Oisin explores the antinomy of enlightenment. It's a paradox about the inevitability of cycles.
Explain.
Enlightenment is defined as cycle breaking. But, per the canons, to be enlightened is to suffer the cycle. The more we strive to break the cycle, the more we embody it. But in accepting it, we become enlightened, thereby breaking the cycle.
Indeed. And what do you make of this?
I think the meaning is clear. You can't reason your way to true enlightenment.
Ah, the lemma has confounded scholars for centuries, but to you its meaning is clear.
Well...
Recall the canons. There is no truth but the truth of all things. There is no knowledge but the force of all others. Brother, perhaps you should revisit the fifth book. And while you're there, revisit the preceding books as well.
Yes, sister.
Let's see what's back here. Squeeze through.
Ooh. Let's hang on to this.
Now hang on a second. Now hang on a second. Hey guys, look what I found! I found another scroll! Where did you find this? Oh, you know.
Don't think we can slice that.
Out in about? Yeah. I definitely didn't take it from you guys. I found it while I was adventuring. Let's go look at this side.
Master Cordova requested a translation of a later form of the allocution. Which form? The Plainsong, brother.
Curious. Very well. Furnish him with the latest reduction.
It isn't my place, brother, but I must request clarification. Why are we granting such a request? The ancients forbid sharing our rituals with outsiders.
The ancients were not driven underground by armored invaders. Times have changed. Besides, he is here on Master Junta's auspices. A Narcus, I'll grant you, but hardly an outsider. Do as you are instructed.
Yes, brother.
I think Sister Task will want to take a look at this.
Yeah, I would think that she maybe put it there? Or knew of its existence being here? Still gotta figure out a way through those energy shields. Well. Oh, right, that's the door that they won't. Undiscovered area. Yeah, because they won't let me through. There's stormtroopers or whatever. We'll talk to Sister Task. Unlock another, or purchase another thing.
Brother, I meant to
before we head out.
We uncovered 2 dozen manuscripts.
Impressive.
Sure.
Found anything of interest?
Yeah, I found 2 things of interest.
Good.
That I found them.
That unconcern?
A priceless curio, and in good condition.
Rebel paint.
Hardly, sister.
Bold and brash
I'm
colors
simply
make a
hesitant to
deliberate
achieve
statement
our
against
stealth
those in
type of
power.
skill. Have you
Then
seen their
there's
vices?
Jedha paint.
Indeed.
Then there's this
Peripheral
weird
vision
grit.
is a heavy price to pay for sun protection.
Yes, quite.
Do you doubt
Actually,
your
I'm not so
instinct?
sure I want that grip. Really. But
That
maybe this
would
pommel
naturally attract you.
looks kind of interesting.
Looks good to me.
That was fated for you.
Sure it was. Looks good to me, he says. Let me switch to this, so I can
Could be a good change.
Look at this thing. Let's see. Centauri. I think assembly is the one that I just got. I want to say. Yeah. Gotta be. If I did select it, then what? That's all. Why did it have that little floaty bit in the preview?
Should we go with this?
No. Go back to this. Waste of scrolls. Guess it's time to head on out. Right, Marin? Oh boy. There. Field hangar. Well, here we are, Marin. You really have fun with this?
Hold on.
What?
I've had this since I started freelancing. It's gotten me out of some bad situations, and I figured it might do the same for you. It's Marin, right? Well, I could get another one if you think you might want it.
No need. Phone.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
The Master always frowned upon using blasters.
You once said it wasn't the weapon that makes you a Jedi.
It's us against the galaxy, Cal. We've got to use every
Yeah,
advantage
Cal.
we can find
Yeah.
against the Empire.
Thanks, Bode.
show you how to use it.
Yeah! Let's use it! Blaster stance acquired! You can now use blaster stance in combat. Blaster stance allows for range attacks and upgradable blaster bolts.
A real stormtrooper won't stay still.
Gotta start somewhere. There you go.
Not bad, right?
Ooh, it's got a charge shot. Interesting. And it's got a meter on the left there. So we got single saber.
Concentrate and pull the trigger. So, how long have you been working for Seer?
I do not work for Seer.
Right. My mistake. Give it to that dummy.
Cal does not like stormtroopers. Impressive.
I think you got it, Cal.
Yeah, okay. Questions. Which one to be rid of? Let's have a look at this stance's differences. So it's going to have less power, less speed, way more range because Blaster Bolt, and more defense than this one does. But it's not going to have more defense than this one. So if I swap out this one, it's going to be a little less power, bit more speed, way more range, and a little less defense. So I think I'll swap out the dual saber. We'll go with this. Or, you know, the what do they call it? Double bladed. We'll have dual wield and blaster. That's how we'll do it. Yeah. Wow, wow. Out of shots.
This is a smart operation Seer's put together.
Why do you say that?
All this rock? Natural shielding against sensors.
Yeah, and if anyone makes it past all that, the Anchorites have plenty of holobooks to throw at them.
Yeah, you can see how Seer's managed to evade the Empire for so long. She makes her own luck, keeping so much of her power held back to achieve a larger goal.
Yeah. There's definitely more to her than meets the eye.
You two have that in common. Let's talk in a bit, Cal.
Okay. It's nice seeing you again, Marin.
You too, Cal. Good luck. Perhaps I will still be here when you return.
Hope so.
Hope so.
I can't believe Master Cordova's really here.
Yeah.
All that time following in his footsteps.
I have enjoyed getting to know him. I've never met a Jedi with a better sense of humor.
You've only met me and Seer.
That's right. Jedi and Night Sister, together again.
Yeah, but you're not even coming with us. Well. Let's go meditate. Because we got 2 points that we can put into our blaster stance. Skills. Let's take a look. Alright, we can put a point into Flying Lunge. Hold square to close the distance on your enemy with a leaping thrust. Does close some distance there. Efficient heat transfer reduces time required to fully charge a blaster shot. Blaster cooldown. Gain additional ammunition each time you strike an enemy with the lightsaber. Yes. Please. Give me more ammunition, please. And then improved clip. Increases maximum blaster ammunition by 3. Ooh. And then energizing flurry. Want to get those. Point blank. And quick draw. Doesn't have very many skills, but I like that we finally are able to actually use a
Well, that sure was something. Yes, I can customize blasters now. Blasters now available to customize. Blaster. Ooh. Alright, so we got the LW 896, and then we have the combustion. Okay. I just want to see how kitted out, yep. I just want to see what the combustion looks like, all in all. Okay.
Think this could work?
I think I like that, and I do like this. We need to get some more options, though. I think I'll stick with the LW for now. But materials, though, we gotta change this up. Let's see what we can do. First of all, didn't we have that new or newish black? Was it a black hard plastoid that I was using? Yeah, that doesn't look so good on the gun. Too plasticky. Maybe. Got aged iron. Chromium. What about... No. I don't know, that just seems like too much blue to have that be the primary. Stainless steel. Oh, real quick. Condition. How does that look pristine? Still, it looks really cloudy for some reason.
Not messing with
Whoops.
this.
Yes, we are messing with this. Actually. Cal. Okay. Not making it wood. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, the Imperial Chrome looks kind of nice. Yeah, we'll go with Imperial Chrome, I guess. Maybe tone down the polish a bit, so it's not quite so reflective. Alright. Looks good. Now, secondary, let's see. Okay. We can maybe make that Duralium. Let's have a look at the accent. I feel like that should be Duralium. Now the grip. Currently wood. Yeah. Wood seems to be the best option currently. Unless I went with like a... That's not what I was thinking. It was... There's pearl. bone. Bone's not. Whoops. Bone's not bad. Move the camera over. I wish the light wasn't so bright on this particular part.
This material has real style.
Hmm. Wouldn't mind a black, but not... I don't know, maybe like a darker wood would be nice. This is all we got. We got textured rubber, plastoid, bantha leather. Yeah, I guess we'll go stick with the real wood then. Okay.
Not your typical blaster.
Need more blaster parts though, so we can kit it out. Meditate. Cover our blaster bolts there. And I guess we're heading out, okay?
Where should we go next?
Off to the moon! What? No.
Bound for the moon of Kobo.
Yep.
Maybe those anchorites aren't so bad after all.
Didn't you call them weirdos?
That was before Seer told me they're helping those poor refugees hide from the Empire.
That right?
Yeah, working with the group called the Hidden Path. Real hush-hush stuff, so keep it in the family.
Understood. Seems like you've got a nice crew. Well, former crew. You know what I mean.
Do I? So, Cordova thinks we'll find out how to cross the abyss by tracking down Dagon's old haunts?
That's right. You know anything about this laboratory on the moon, Grease?
What am I, a tour guide? I'm a busy Latero. No time to visit broken moons. First Jedha, now this. Believe me, moons are nothing but trouble.
Jedha's a moon. Had no idea.
Arriving at our destination.
Huh? Gotta sit in the cockpit, I guess. Why is this effect so pixelated? It looks so bad.
Sorry.
Good?
Yeah, just a smidge rusty. You?
A little restless, but we'll be fine.
Listen to you, Mr. Optimistic. Hey, you want to do me a favor? Cut it out. You're giving me a stomachache.
Sure it's not your cooking?
What was that?
We're almost there.
Locals say the moon's haunted.
It did kind of explode and stuff. Can you able to breathe here? Oh, we got a station.
They couldn't have put this laboratory in a sunnier place?
No kidding. But if we find something here that'll help us navigate the Kobo Abyss, so be it.
The way Grease tells it, the Abyss is a ship graveyard. And now we're on a lunar graveyard.
A lot of graveyards.
A lot of graveyards. I'm on watch here. So far, I've spotted one nervous Latero.
So that beam that launched out of that tower we were at before on Kobo, it launched out to here.
The station
Hello?
is closed. They're here.
Who's here?
We've been attacked. Evacuation protocols in order. This station is closed. It is dangerous to remain here.
Huh. Wait, examine? Examine what?
Reminds me of the forest array. Just
Yeah.
on a much grander scale. Cordova said there were records of Dagon visiting a lab on this moon. It says Kree written all over it.
Automated forge.
They really think there's something past the abyss.
Centauri Kree does.
I suppose that's enough for the Council.
Skill point. The unconvinced.
Okay, so not that way.
Guess we go this way.
Expect to see this place operational after all this time.
Yeah.
Stay alert. We need to find that lab.
I also didn't expect to be able to breathe on this moon. You know? Since it's shattered, and also it's a moon. Get it, BD.
Focus.
Good job. Let's see if we can spend that point on our new saber stamps. Yes, improved clip. See, it's a good thing I saved those points. Next one is 3, and that's hold L1 and press square to perform a sequence of quick swings that rapidly replenishes ammunition if they connect. Okay. Look at all those shots.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Sectors 5 through 9 inoperable. Sectors 1 through 4 operational. Facility status activated. Array status deactivated.
That's interesting. Array status deactivated.
What's the reading?
Not holding. We'll need to reinforce the chamber again.
In the name of science!
Jedi! Exciting!
Back off.
Stay still! No touching!
Give
me a hit! They're blasting me!
Get off me.
They were waiting for us.
There goes your arm. Yeah, they were waiting for us. That was strange. That's interesting. Why is there a side path?
I hear you.
I see. That's why there's a side
Yeah,
path.
that's right. Come on. This ain't worth dying over. Put them down. You okay?
BD, got something to help me?
Hey, yeah, that's why there's a side path, because I could have snuck up on him. Did a sneak attack. What's over here? Okay.
Looks pretty active to me.
Yeah. Fully active. Take this. Harmony. That's an interesting grip. Wish it was a blaster card though.
Greetings. Facility is performing at suboptimal levels. Array remains inert.
Just how many more are waiting for us?
He couldn't even do anything. Didn't stand a chance.
Bad feeling? Yeah, me too.
Target spotted.
Hey.
Show 'em who's boss here. Target defensive. Good kill.
So nice.
They really don't want us looking around, do they?
They really
Nice
don't.
throw, BD.
Too bad for them.
Need to slice this.
Get it, buddy. Get it.
All you, BD. Good work, BD.
This way looks like it's gonna open up a shortcut. And
I'm sure Z can decrypt this for us.
nice.
Where's the laboratory?
The laboratory is off limits. The laboratory is inaccessible.
You're okay. Find somewhere to hide.
I don't have access. I tried to tell them. Please, leave me be.
The Raiders really did a number on these droids.
It's okay, buddy. You're okay.
I don't have access to the laboratory. Please,
I know.
leave me be.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Good luck.
What do we got? Unique metal for weapons. Okay. Might be good for our pistol. Hey. Whoa. Okay.
Help!
Nice. Oh, of course. Should have remembered. Reloading power. Organics.
Never thought I'd have to fight a Magna Guard.
Yeah. Those guys are from the Clone Wars. Slice it, BD.
Can I get a stim, BD? Thanks, bud.
Harmony emitter. Nice. That's helpful. Quickly. Go down. Ooh. Poor cow. Scaring me a bit there. I think this is a shortcut. Couple shortcuts, actually. Nice.
Got something, buddy?
Monitoring station. Also,
this is strange.
Yeah. This is strange. Fraction endurance. Defeat the horde of battle droids. Oh, easy. Actually, since I see melee, I will.
I've got you now. Kill the intruder. I'll catch you.
Push, Cal. Dang it. Made it quite a ways. It would be better if I had double-bladed saber for that one.
I don't understand. It's an echo in the Force, but somehow incomplete. Damaged. That didn't fix it.
But let me go back in now.
Whatever I did, doesn't seem to have helped. The echo's still here.
Cal, let me go back in already. What? Come on, there we go.
Cal.
Now that you finally shut up. That big swarm of bombers, just suicide bombers,
That didn't
really
do it.
does a number. It's like, how do I avoid that? Step back.
I can do this.
Again, I think double blade saber would do better because I'd be able to kill more of them with each swing. The blaster shot's doing it's just that I have to deal with
Enemy is hit. I'll get you. He's got skill. See? Do it like that. Get him already. Don't get close to him. That seems implausible. Grenade time. Why is this not happening? Why is this happening? Target. Target has solid defense. Good at blocking out fire. I'm not gonna be the only one fighting. Stay fast. Fighting. They deserve that. Attacking. Can't knock a sword. Get in there.
Right here, buddy. Well, I tried to heal it last time and it didn't work. And by last time I mean like the first time. I figured, oh, I guess I don't have my droid because this is a forcing thing.
Do your job. Come up here and That's not true.
Yeah. Now that I know I can heal, still those suicide bombers. Like, what do I do? I tried to do
It's
some
gone now.
force, but I
We
just
did
get
it.
hit. Skill point. Okay.
Gotta stay calm.
Oh no, I don't want to do it again. Wait, hold up. Also, all I got was a skill point. Oh boy. Oh good. I don't need to do that again.
That did
No,
the trick.
thank you.
Let's get this data disk back to Z.
Nice. Okay, so. Oh, this actually leads to a new area. Okay. Yeah. Is this, the only path? Or was there somewhere else? Yeah, it looks like the only path. Oh. Dang it. Felt like I needed to sneeze. And then it didn't come. So I get screwed up.
Look out
Nope.
ahead, BD!
Hold up. Don't hop on that. I need to... Strange. Huh. That was close. I mean, I'll take them. That means I can put those into my my blaster skill. I think I was meant to like fall off of the first wire and then jump down there, and that would give me enough momentum to complete it.
Not out of it yet.
I did it anyway.
Scanning.
Kidding me?
Sector 5 Delta, no anomalies.
Nice work, buddy.
Scanning. Sector 5 Epsilon, no anomalies. Scanning. Sector 5 Zeta.
Hey, BD.
One
A little help?
anomaly. The sky is broken. We've been attacked.
Perfect, buddy.
All right, shortcuts. Okay. Let's go meditate and spend some points. Skills. Skills to pay the lightsaber bills. Reduces time required to fully charge the blaster shot. That one's kinda but then there's point blank. And there's energizing flurry. That requires 3 points though. And then quick draw. I think we'll wait to spend those points. Okay. Real quick, let's have a look at those new saber parts that we picked up. I think we got a new emitter. Yeah, this one, Harmony. That one looks nice. Yeah, we'll use that. Then we got a new grip. I think I like this one. Oh, I think the only reason it should blaster is because materials. Got a new, was it worn? No, light metal, worn metal? No. Unique metal. That was it. Alloydunium. Ancient alloy. Ooh. Damascus. Beskar steel. Zephonian alloy. And osmiridium. Beskar. Let's go with Beskar. That Beskar steel.
Ergonomic and effective.
ergonomic and effective. Actually, I'll just have a look at that. Doesn't look as cool on Saber. Ancient alloy looks interesting. I wish the grain moved along the length of the blade instead of the width. Let's stick with what we got for our saber. That looks good. Another potential shortcut. Okay. How? No. Here we go. Okay. We'll wait for the next pass.
Not done yet. We can do this.
Yeah. We can do this.
Ready, BD?
This place is in serious need of repairs. Kel! Really thought I was pissed on him. Alright. Yeah, I am doing pretty good. Wonder what was down there.
You enjoy that, buddy?
Is that where we're currently heading, or? No, I don't think it is. So maybe we should go back? Around there? Because I think this is the way we're supposed to go. Although I suppose we could unlock the shortcut first. But... let's go back. Okay, Cal. See, what happened there is I tried to jump a second time, but he actually connected to the wall, and so I jumped the first time instead. So, is there anything down here? Or did I come down here for nothing? Well, so far there's nothing. Oh? Nope.
There he is. I see him.
Hi?
What are you doing out here?
They ordered me to hurt you.
Who?
The invaders. Don't worry. I'm not programmed to fight.
Appreciate that.
It's not safe here. They will hurt you like they hurt me.
They hurt you? Ooh, okay.
I need a stim, buddy.
There you go. Oof. And I think I saw a stim crate. Yes. Definitely worth coming down here.
Can't go wrong with more
When
stamps.
will you learn? It's always the blinking button. Max stamps increased. Nope. Other way. Go. Clamber across. Oh, look. A battle droid.
Another base for the Bedlam Raiders. We're unstoppable. Those other droids here are such chumps. They do whatever we say. Suckers. You'll never catch me taking orders like that. No way. Not me. I mean, unless it was Ravis, in which case, well, obviously. I'd sooner be broken down for scrap than get pushed around by anyone else.
Yeah? Never saw it coming.
Happy to help.
Happy to help. That was pretty slick.
What a
Slice
haunted
that
old
droid.
ruin. But if the boss says there's something here, who am I to question it?
Ghosts in the machine. Oh, activate it. Yeah, there's the shortcut.
Spotted. Oh, look. The Jedi. You shouldn't be here. No. Too close. Fun as it is to have something to fight, Ravis won't be too happy if you get any closer. So run along, Jedi.
Fight by my side.
Please,
I have sustained damage. Initiating attack.
This isn't fighting.
Yeah, see? This isn't fighting. So I'm clearly not in combat. Hi. At what point does this become not combat anymore? Okay, I think I'm not in combat anymore. Yeah, there we go. Ground pulse. Oh, music track. Okay. Only have to get through those barriers.
Of course.
Alright, I think it's time to pull up. Nice. Data disk? No.
I bet Z can get the data off this disk.
At 9, just need one more for that perk slot. Ah, grapple. I think. Ah. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Oh. Oh. Oh, my goodness. What, Cal? Oh, he goes up. Okay. Cal? You gonna grab the ledge, Cal? No, I'd rather die, says Cal. I'd rather die than grab a ledge. Don't catch me grabbing ledges. Meditation, slow breathing. Force essence acquired. Nice. Now what's over here? Ooh. Ooh. Shortcut. Hang on.
Nice find. Let's take this back to Z.
10 data discs, perfect.
You will know pain. Take that. Intercepting threat.
I walked away.
Not let them escape.
So now I'm thinking about getting a sneak attack.
Incoming. Take that.
Ow. Back off.
Feels like half the Raider army is stationed here. Must be something worth defending.
Yeah. Must be.
You cannot enter the laboratory. They're not supposed to.
You okay?
They're not allowed to enter.
Oh no.
Get over here!
I should have waited.
Jedi spotted. You, halt. No further. I'm opening fire!
Ow.
Jedi! Oh boy! I'll finish you!
Why was it not blocking back at him? Whatever.
Can I get a stim, buddy? Thanks, BD.
Another data disc.
Target is approaching high-value location. Initiate defense. He will not pass. Firing. Taking damage.
Get out.
Whatever's ahead, they really don't want us getting to it.
Yeah. Oh, scan.
Thanks, BD.
Destroyed wall. So how are we breathing?
Whatever happened tore this moon apart.
He's good at this. Thank you. Aw. You know,
Stim here, BD. That hit the spot.
Cannot go all the way in one go.
What did I say? Close it! Close it now!
They really don't want us inside.
Yeah. Have a look. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've missed anything really. That's good. Meditation, deep breathing. Don't really care if I'm bleeding. Still only 2 points.
All set.
Thanks. Shortcut.
Poor droids. Left alone here for centuries. Until the raiders came.
This trinket is broken. Useless.
Rude.
According to the manifest.
According to the Rude. What is it, BD?
Cordova will want to see this.
Device.
I was promised something interesting, and here you are.
Hi.
So,
idiot.
you won't stop me.
got there? Looks kind of like this lightsaber.
Custom emitter.
Yeah.
Maybe we can salvage it.
Maybe we can get a new saber style. BD's excited.
Try it out.
Crossguard stance acquired. Cal can now use crossguard stance in combat. The crossguard stance is capable of slower and more powerful attacks and has increased stamina for defense. Let's try it out.
Come on, buddy.
Big, strong swings. Okay, so I can tap. Why not? Tapping and holding is same thing. Okay. Also an echo.
All good. I'm the best pilot for this mission, and you know it.
Every ship we've sent into the Abyss has vanished without a trace. We'll go together. I cannot let you take the risk alone.
This is your invention. No one else understands it. You're the only one who can guide me back.
All right. I'll record the passage and make sure you return to us.
Bring in Dagon.
Yeah, see, Dagon.
Ready to move on?
The way to get to Tanalorr requires that you open up the passage from this side. And if something happens to this side, you're kind of screwed. Events only unfold in crossguard stance. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. What's new for blaster? Oh, it's just materials? What new material did I get? Blastoid, soft leather, unique non-metal, Versa, Kashyyyk, Jedi, starter. Yeah, no, I don't see anything new here. What's lightsaber? Ooh. I got some options here. So we got Jaratapal. What? We got patience.
Wade has a nice balance.
We have diligence. Centauri Kree looks neat. And there's Hermit. Let's try those. I want to see what they look like ignited. Okay. Don't get a really good look at it, but...
Buddy, over here.
I suppose it's okay. But I do think I'm gonna...
Let's stop for a moment.
I think I'm gonna switch off with... And one. Let's have a look. Rending strike. Hold square to perform a single high damage swing with a long windup. Impact, greater impact, sundering swipe, greater cleaving swing, reaching cleave, charged reflection, rolling thunder. Yeah, I think it's probably got its uses, but Just not my style right now. Interesting. Interesting. Let's... Other stances are currently unavailable. Why? Right down?
Won't be locked for long.
Why am I forced into just this stance? Oh, because it wants to teach me.
Run! Stop
Yeah,
lowering!
it's such a long way.
You okay?
Sounds powerful too.
Got company. Well, all right.
Yeah, look at the flames on that. Oh, you're almost dead. And he's dead.
BD, got something to help me?
Eyes on the target. Examine the perimeter. You're no warrior. I'm airborne.
Okay.
I survived worse.
I can't use that at all because it's got too long of a wind
Right
and
here,
it just
BD.
stands there. Oof. That was cool.
That's a
The drop
scratch.
kick.
Hold the line.
Ugh. Okay.
BD, Sim here.
Oh, I was not expecting a third slice. Didn't do that before. When you had me on the ropes. Okay. Yeah, now let me change that back. I want blaster. I don't want crossguard stance. It's way too slow. The enemies in this game are quite fast, so it's not gonna work for me. I need to be speedy to keep up with them.
Someone's here.
Didn't know that guy had a gun. Honestly thought they just all had swords. Alright, that shortcut is the way. This is the way. Wait. Oh, I guess we're leaving now. Okay.
Master Cordova said Dagon had a retreat on Kobo. Let's find it. Whatever he used to cross the abyss, maybe we'll find it there.
Right, they locked me out here. And we did get a neat little High Republic device, and we got crossguard.
You spot that crater as we were coming in? Well, crater is putting it lightly. Can't imagine what it must have been like to be here when the moon was destroyed. What a waste.
Yeah. Where's Grease? Oh, there he is. In the kitchen.
Feels good to be back in the cockpit.
You missed the mantis, huh?
Sure, I was worried about the kind of abuse you were putting it through. Don't get me wrong, I trust you both, but I knew you'd be taking her to some dangerous places. At least back when we were all together, I knew it was my fault if I flew us into an asteroid field.
Well, I'm happy to let you go ahead and make all the mistakes you like.
Uh-huh. Remind me who crashed the Mantis into Dredger Gorge?
That totally wasn't me. No. Well. I am gonna have to call it here for today, though. Got a lot done, and I went a bit long today, and I do need to go to bed and go to work in the morning. But I'll be back on Wednesday, and as well as on Saturday. And of course, Saturday we'll be playing more Final Fantasy XIV, followed by Jedi Survivor. Finally got my pistol. Choo! Oh, that reminds me, actually. Can I change the color of my pistol? Or, you know, the blaster shots. I have to change the color of the pistol itself, but I didn't actually look that closely. Yeah, nope, just components and materials, that's it. Oh well. Guess next up we're going back to what's it called? Something. Kobo. Yeah, going back to Kobo. I wonder if we'll be going to any other planets. It's just Kobo, the moon, and Jedha so far. I haven't explored much of Jedha, only like a quarter of it. Almost half of Kobo, and more than half of the Shattered Moon. So we're a ways into the game, but still a long ways from the end.
It would take an awful lot of firepower to blow a chunk out of this moon. Or some apocalyptic accident. But what have you got yourself involved in this time?
Well, I guess I will see you next mission. Bye-bye.